Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Dean here, wishing you a great night. Very excited tonight to be a part of a cryptocurrency project that has really captured my heart. The business concepts behind this are stunning, and I believe this project stands out in this day and time in the crypto industry like nothing else. So we have the opportunity to be on this call tonight with Trevor Walsh and Beverly Gonzalez, who are the founders of this amazing project with their amazing talent. So I'd like to start. We're going to actually hear from both of them. And I'd like to start with a question for Trevor. I'd like to ask you, Mr. Trevor Walsh, what inspired you for the creation of what we call the Wienerverse, and why is this project personal to you?
Number one, let me show you. Hold on one second.
This is a live upfront and personal with one of the royals. Dun 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 dun.
Drum roll, please.
This is Jester Oscar Mayer.
Chester!
Wow.
Look at that coat. It's
know.
so beautiful.
He's a standard.
He's gorgeous.
Isn't he a
Wow.
beautiful dog?
He's
He could be a show dog. He is so funny.
No doubt.
Super soft fur. Love this guy. Anyways, that's why we decided to do the project is we love wiener dogs. Well, Beverly will tell you her side of it, but she doesn't like wiener dogs as much as me.
Not as much, but we'll get into it. Go on.
Yeah. So anyways, first of all, I had wiener dogs and we've been in crypto a long time. Beverly's been in about 6 years. I've been in about 8 years. And I've been in network marketing for about 39 years, almost 40. So I've made a lot of money in a lot of different ventures. Made my first million at 31 years old, retired, lived off residual income for a long time, traveled the world with my kids, was a stay-at-home dad. That's what it was all about for me. It was about time, not money. And so when I was in crypto, in the last bull run, Beverly and I started talking about doing a meme coin project or something just for fun. And then we kind of married it together with the Wienerverse, with the Wiener dogs and all that. And that's how it came to be, was it started off with, the Wiener dogs being that I own them. And then we thought, well, that makes a lot of sense. Then we watched a video by Brian Jung. Brian Jung is the second largest crypto influencer in the world. He has well over 2 million subscribers that follow him every single day, probably 5 to 10 million in total across all the social media platforms. He's a fired up Christian, never shills projects for money. You don't pay him. He just tells the truth. Really intelligent crypto guy. Everybody follows him. Anyways, he said on a video that Beverly and I watched, he said, the number one coin that attracts the most amount of money in crypto is always a meme coin. It doesn't mean the money stays there, but that's what attracts the money into crypto. And then people disperse it into other utility coins like XRP, Solana, Ethereum, on and on. And so we thought, well, that makes a lot of sense. And then he said within that category, there's a subcategory. Within meme coins, the number one project is always a dog meme coin. And our lights just went off. Me and Beverly we were talking on the computer and everything. We were like, this is a no-brainer. Wiener dogs, meme coins and everything. So that's kind of what started it. And then it evolved from there because we're fired up Christians. We love Jesus Christ. And I believe he really opened the doors to our imagination and the creativity. Beverly, I'll let her tell her story of her background and everything, but she's been 20 plus years in the creative marketing, website design, creativity area of things. I'm more the tech, crypto numbers guy. It's just kind of a balance of how we come to the project together on tokenomics and creativity and everything like that. But that's kind of an overview of how we came up with the idea of the project. And I give all the glory to God because without him, I don't think we would have ever had the idea to come up with it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, Trevor, can you share a story of Prince Frankfurter and how he became the heart of this project?
Yeah, because he was the most ornery ridiculous black and tan
Ah,
stubborn dog of my life, and he was my best friend, and he died a few months ago. I had to put him down finally after like 14 years, but he had a great life, and he did really good, and we were just really blessed to have him as one of our seven dogs, of our seven wiener dogs. We have like
Wow,
10 or 12 dogs now, but anyways, we have seven wiener dogs. Look at
nice.
Beverly try not to laugh. Yeah, keep it to yourself, Beverly. Anyways, so yeah, I mean that's kind of why it started with Frank. He was always my best friend. I took him on motorcycle rides. He had a little hard helmet and goggles, and he was famous
wow.
everywhere I went. He has his own website. He has his own Facebook page and stuff. And so we thought, well, if we're going to do a project like this, why don't we start off with Prince Frank? So he's the first one, Prince Frankfurter. Then comes King Francis Bean, and then comes Knight Stouty McStouterson, and he serves King Francis Bean. Then comes Jester Oscar Mayer, who you just saw. Then comes Princess Vienna Grace, who is the wife of Jester Oscar Mayer. And then comes Princess Andouille, who her nickname is Andy, and she's a true silver blue, a true silver blue with blue eyes, doxy, which is nearly impossible to ever find. She's a
Wow,
beautiful little thing. So that's why Frank became our number one pick.
wow. It's interesting how great success follows great passion, and it all started with the Wiener Dogs. What makes the Wienerverse different from other meme coins in the ecosystem of crypto?
Very, very good question, Mark. And it's very simple to explain this. Anyone that's been in crypto longer than a minute knows this answer. Anyone that has not been in crypto is about to find out the answer. And it really is as simple as this: utility. That's it. We have a use case. We have a problem we solve with our project. We have a problem we will be solving with our project for 20, 30, 40 years. We're going to be involved with all kinds of things. I'm not going to get into everything because we have to do NDAs with our lawyers and everything else. And I can't get into too much stuff now, or Beverly will put me in a timeout again and I'll be in all kinds of trouble. See, she's meaner than all get out. Don't get her Puerto Rican side going. So, anyways, that's the nuts and bolts of it, is that we have utility. We're coming out with what I can tell you is the Wienerverse University. We're solving a problem where we're going to educate the masses on crypto education in a safe space for kids, focus on 6 to 16-year-old kids through an app. And an app will be downloadable on the iPhone, on the Android, and on the Fire Stick, the Amazon Fire Stick. We will host our code and everything on the AWS, the Amazon Web Services. So that will be where we keep everything. And that's basically what sets us apart. Now, you look at us compared to other things like Doge, which is our main target that we're looking to knock off the pedestal, or Pepe, or Shiba Inu, or any of these other. They just simply don't have a use case. They don't have utility. All they are is a big community that likes them and then puts money in, gets money out, puts money in, gets money out. But there's nothing long term that will keep them around. In 5, 10 years, Dogecoin probably won't exist. And quite honestly, because the only thing that propels Dogecoin to being number 8 in the world right now, where it is as of right now, and being $32 billion in market cap, is one person, Elon Musk.
Musk.
He pushed it and he promoted it. There's no secret to that. He will be the first one to tell you. I had a friend that bought Dogecoin when it was 0.00001. So it was like 4 zeros and a one, or 3 zeros and a one. He bought $1,000 worth. Elon pushed it and pushed it and pushed it until he went on Saturday Night Live. It went to like 80 cents. And my friend Bill Hoffman, who's one of the most successful networkers in the history of network marketing in the last 90 years, he's made, I don't know, 50, 100, couple $100 million in the space itself. He made, I think, don't quote me on this. He either made $8 or $10 million in one day off Dogecoin, off $1,000 investment. That's the power of a meme coin project. Problem is that if Elon goes away and quits pushing it or quits shilling it, it's just not going to go anywhere. So that's the difference between our project, which has insane. I could talk about the utility and the use cases we have literally for 10 minutes. We have so many things we're going to be doing with government organizations and school systems and all of these things and the university that no one in the world except us, we're the only ones doing this. There is no one else. So,
I'm so impressed, Trevor, because this rollout has six tokens of the dogs, and then the ultimate utility coin. Can you speak just a little bit about what a brilliant thing that is, what an opportunity is to not have just one opportunity to fund, but seven?
7.
yeah. Yeah. So Beverly and I decided to do um 7 different coins because we kind of like the idea of Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is based on it's based on 7 rings, and then the one ring rules them all. If you've ever watched The Hobbit or grew up with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings uh trilogy. And I was a big fan of Lord of the Rings and all the C.S. Lewis Narnia books and everything. So I love that stuff. I love Middle Earth and fantasy and all that kind of stuff. I think it's a great sector of fantasy lore and writing and everything. Anyways, in Lord of the Rings, the 7th ring is the one that rules them all. We thought, well, that'd be kind of cool. Why don't we do the 7th coin is the coin that rules them all? So we have 6 meme coins. At first, they're meme coins. So they start off as meme coins, each with 1 billion in total supply, 800 million in circulating supply. So each one of them will be released with 800 million in circulating supply, 1 billion in total supply for the first 6 coins. And that is Frank, Francis Bean, Knight Stouty McStouterson, Chester Oscar Mayer, Princess Vienna Grace, and Princess Andui. That's the 6. Then comes the 7th coin. It will not be a meme coin. It will not be released at all like the others. It will have different tokenomics. It will have everything will be different on it. It will be a programmed code written by a programmer, a professional programmer. It will be written code, and it will be a smart contract coin like Ethereum, like Solana, like Cardano. It will be a layer 1 where you can build things upon it. And what it means to be a smart contract coin is that you say, do this when this happens. Like if the number you enter is 1, then the door opens. If the number you enter is 2, then the door closes. That would be what would be called a smart contract in very basic explanations. So what that means is the coin will have programs and everything that work on their own. So we'll be able to do things for kids like tests and quizzes on their curriculum, make sure they're keeping up with their homework in the university. All of that will be controlled by the 7th coin with all the utility. With that also comes its own blockchain. We're releasing our own public blockchain. We've already got the name for it. It's already done. I'm not about to tell you right now what it is because we have all kinds of people watching these videos that want to try to clone or do what we're doing. And so we're doing all the trademark and IP protection and all that kind of stuff right now with lawyers, so that those people end up in prison where they belong. I have no respect for thieves or criminals or anything. If you get anywhere near me and you're stealing people's money or stuff like that, you best be hiding. So anyways, that's kind of the nuts and bolts of the whole thing.
Great question. Great answer.
How do these Royal Weenies dogs characters tie into the tokens and the broader scope of the project?
Beverly, that's right up your alley.
All right. So first of all, I am Beverly Gonzalez. I am the CMO of the company, the co-founder with Trevor. Trevor's my big brother. We've known each other for a while. So you'll see us banter. We don't hide anything. We will banter on a Zoom. We'll probably banter live. We'll banter in podcasts. We will just have a lot of fun. And that's really what we're about when we're together. But when we put
and by the way, a CMO, she's the chief marketing officer of the company.
Yeah, thank you for that. So as another segue on the dogs, I'm allergic to dogs. That's why he said that. I'm highly allergic to dogs. Contact. I blister everywhere. I am a chicken, hamster, goat person. That's what's this person that I am, simply because I can actually be around them. So whenever Trevor had come to me with these dogs, I thought it was quite fun. You all will all need to know a little segue about him is that he named them after real sausages. They actually have their full names, Oscar Mayer and Frankfurter and Frankenbeans and Dewey sausage. That was the one that actually I didn't know what it was. I was like, what's an andouille sausage? And it's a New Orleans sausage.
No, it's Italian.
It's Italian. It's Italian.
Italian,
Okay,
yeah.
they serve meals. Okay, so
Italian sausage.
Italian sausage. So it was just really cool that he's naming all these, and now the last one that he's keeping is Jimmy Dean.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh. So
he might have to be another coin as a guest coin, like
I
comes in and visits the Wienerverse
think
as a guest.
that'll be so much fun, and that's what we're playing with, right? And bringing other different characters, but real life characters, right? So when we did these, my job was to now take that vision and that dream and these dogs and put them into the web space, the Web3 space, which is quite a challenge. And the good Lord, he's so awesome. I love my Lord Jesus. He's my best friend. He's everything to me. And the Holy Spirit's always speaking to me. And one of the things that I was gifted in is through the Lord is to create this. I consider myself an AI prompting engineer. I'm quite good at what I'm doing. I used to be I'm a retired wound care nurse and hyperbarics director. A little under a decade, went home from a layoff and started building ecosystems. And so I'm self-taught in web development and ecosystems, and really just that's my space. So rather than just me talk about it, I'm going to show you guys real quick here. I'm going to share. Can you give me the share? Maybe you can. There we go. All right, so I'm going to hide myself here because I always distract myself. All right, so let me put these, I'm going to put these floaty controls, put them aside, stick you guys up here.
You should be able to do it now, I think.
Yeah, can you see it?
Let
Yes.
me move my screen.
Mark, can you see? Charles, can you see?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see the bunch of dogs.
Yeah.
Wienerverse
I think
site.
you're going to show the individuals too, right?
Beautiful. Okay, so this is the Wienerverse site. If for those that haven't seen it, for those who have, I really encourage you to come here. It's super fun. It's a very simple meme token site. I build ecosystems. My sites are monsters. This one is absolutely simple and fun. But if you come here, you will see that our royals come to life. Scroll down and you'll be able to click the video to say hi to the royals. We had a video, a Zoom at the beginning of the week, and we actually played, or it was Wednesday, and I played Frances Bean, who is my favorite. But now we're going to...
Let's do Andouille. That's my favorite.
Want to do Andouille?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do Andouille.
I love her.
Her going.
Our little wiener dog.
Here's Andouille.
Bonjour, peasants. I am Princess Andouille. That's pronounced Andouille. Just like the spicy, smoked sausage from Cajun and Creole cuisine, and totally fitting for a proud little wiener dog like me. But you may call me Princess Andy for short. I was born just 5 days ago to two fabulous royal icons, my daddy and mommy, Jester Oscar Mayer and Princess Vienna Grace. That makes me the rightful heir to the entire Wienerverse. Once King Francis Bean hands over the royal leash, I may be tiny, but I'm destined to become a mighty queen, defender of the wingdom. I'll battle rogue squirrels, banish sneaky crows, and protect our lands from all critter chaos. Plus, I'm the 6th official Wiener dog token, which means we're almost there. 7 coins in total. And you know what they say. 1 token to rule them all. Stay tuned. My reign is just beginning.
Aww.
Wow.
She's
Oh,
just
cool.
teeny.
Powerful.
Powerful, right? So we bring them to life. And I know Trev's gonna say, let's find another meme coin to kind of check out their website.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is kind of embarrassing that we even do this. I almost feel sorry for them. There's Dogecoin. What a joke. There you go, people.
And that's number one.
That's the number one meme coin in the world. No utility, no use, complete garbage. Look at it. Nothing.
And the seven will outperform the one. And any one of the 7 would outperform the one. But all 7 combined, that $32 billion spot is I think it's going to get replaced.
Oh yeah. Well, this in addition to this website, we'll be having a massive upgrade where we can have a launch for each coin. Excuse me, each token will have its own launch within the website itself. So, maybe a button in here and then it goes into the actual the solo site for that, like we have here, which would be like this is the Frank coin. And so now we're meeting the Frank, which by the way, everyone, please, these are markers in here. They're live links. You can check them out. We have our 3-year plan, business plan. We have an affiliate program we're rolling out here within about 24 hours, getting that launched. We've got our white paper. And I don't know why it didn't link up all the way, but to get your coins, you can go straight here and watch the video for the Phantom Wallet. It'll walk you through. We have a fun ebook that is just fun to read, just because it's fun to read. We have X Telegram, our chart, our vision, and this one we share with everyone, which is our executive summary here. So again, as we continue down, we're going to learn about Frank, learn what he likes to do. These are our tokenomics, nice and simple right here. This is liquidity that's burned through Frank coin, woof, woof. And of course, we had to have a little eulogy here for our Frankfurter. We're going to see you in Rainbow Bridge there, bud. Our 3 project phases are phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. We are right here. Phase 2 is going to be fun because we're going to be having our swag store. The video creation begins. Our feeding hungry movement begins. And I'm going to show you that in just a second. Well, actually, I'm going to wait for that because I think you have another question on that later. This is us. And of course, yes, we are all in cartoon. And we're going to meet the rest of our team here. Our Bible verse, because this project is dedicated to the Lord, Psalms 147:9. He provides food for the cattle, for the young ravens when they call, because it tells us that God is concerned for his creation, including the animals he created, right? And this is our vision statement down here. Just scroll down, learn about each one of this. Our call signs are to be announced when we announce each of the tokens, and of course, the grander ambitions of what we're going to be doing here with the Wiener University, and we continue, and of course, our How Hungry Are You ministries when we get to that question. But I hope that answers your question there.
Yes, it does. And can you tell us about the upcoming Happy Weem games and what can players expect?
Do you want to take that, Bev?
Well, right now I'm going to digress. We do have games that are coming up, but we're not going to get into specifics because we do need to get those NDAs signed. We do have games that are going to be parodies of games that are out there that make it fun for what we have. Again, a lot of our stuff and most of our stuff is all PG, clean, safe. It's a safe zone, and that's what it needs to be. Crypto, not a safe zone, not for the kids. And this is one zone that we could actually have an impact in. There's just so much fallacy out there right now in the world that this is one of the places that we can sit there and say, no, you can go here to this university. You can download this app because we know that it's going to be clean and safe and get the right education that you need. Yeah.
And the games are big. I mean, we're not going to get into a lot of the detail on all of them and what we're doing and what games we're coming out with until we get our stuff done with our lawyers now, just to protect the IP. But yeah, the games are serious. Like there's some serious money and volume and everything that will come from the games too, that we will inject back into all the coins as liquidity. So it's almost as if we have our own central banks, our own liquidity providers that inject into the coins.
Very good.
Wow.
Many meme coins are just hype. So how does Wienerverse ensure real-world utility beyond the token charts?
That I would say that's a really simple question to answer. It's the utility. It's all the stuff we provide. It's the crypto education. It's the Wienerverse University. It's the games we're going to provide, and all the other things we're going to be working alongside with NGOs, non-government organizations, and teaching organizations, and homeschooling organizations, and all these different places we're going to be doing things with. On the educational side of things, then we're going to have merch and collectibles and all kinds of stuff like that. So, I mean, that in itself differs us from really everything else out there because other than being on Crypto X, which is Twitter, but now is X. And the crypto X simply means you're on the crypto part of X, meaning you're plugged into the crypto people. That's all it means when someone says crypto X. It doesn't mean a special form of X or Twitter. Anyways, when you're on crypto X, I mean, the explosion between all of these different things and all of this stuff coming together with meme coins and everything is insane. Like I was telling Beverly earlier today, people right now are literally just moving money from one pocket to another pocket. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
it's
could you talk a little, Trevor, about the Wienerverse University and the education and the engagement that will become of that university? The college professors, I call them the
yeah.
very cute wiener dogs who are the college professors. So if you could talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so the teachers, the college professors of the university are going to be the six wiener dogs, animated, fully alive, driven by am I allowed to say this, Beverly? I'm looking at Beverly. Okay, I'm not allowed to say this. Okay, they're going to be the wiener dogs animated like you see them, and that's all I'm going to say. And there's a whole bunch more behind the scenes that make them totally alive and everything. And they will do all the courses and all the education and everything for everything. And each one of them will be given a title for the sector that they take care of, like DeFi, governance, stuff like that. So we'll have different, weens. A ween is a nickname for a wiener dog. So if you hear me say ween, WEEN, that is an abbreviation for a wiener dog. Anyways, that's how it's all going to work. And I can't say anymore.
Did good.
You know,
See, I'm not going to get in trouble after this Zoom.
Nope.
yeah. Hey, you'd mentioned plans for merch apps and even the Amazon Fire Stick integration. Can you break that down for us a little bit?
Yeah, Beverly, why don't you take this one? Because
No,
then,
you can
then if you get in trouble, you can be on the timeout.
you're doing a good job. You can talk about just not into
The
third
nuts and
or
bolts.
fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, the nuts and bolts. That's fine.
Okay, I won't talk about any third parties or any organizations or anything. This is the exciting part, in my opinion. But our app will literally be an app that will be the Wienerverse app on Apple phones, Android phones, and the Amazon Fire Stick. And so it will be there, and that will be the hub of everything for our whole project. All seven coins will be available through there. The blockchain, transfers, sells, buys, everything. So you'll have a wallet on that app. You'll have access to a cold storage wallet on that app. You'll have your own blockchain. We'll control our own fees, our own exchange fees. Everything will be controllable through that app. That way, everything is an ecosystem right there. So a kid who's, let's say, 10 years old wants to get on and learn about, let's say, how to create a wallet, how to create a Phantom wallet, how to send crypto using a Phantom wallet, how to buy Solana, stuff like that, basic things that a newbie would need to understand. They could go to that area of the Wienerverse University and they could set up and start watching the courses and pause them as they do it and go through the courses on all of that stuff. Now, within our back end of our whole program and everything, we'll already have one of the characters, maybe King Francis for that example, would be in charge of wallets. So he would be the one that would be the instructor or the professor that would teach you, here's how you create a Phantom wallet. Here's how you create a MetaMask wallet. Here's how you use Uniswap. Here's how you use Jupiter. On and here's how you use Radium. On and on and on. Or the Coinbase app, whatever. And so we're going to have all of that kind of stuff in there. My plan is to have literally tens of thousands of courses that are shorter in length because kids don't have a long attention span. Shorter in length, super fun with the weens teaching those courses. And then we'll have quizzes and tests, and kids will be able to earn merchandise and earn coins and stuff, and have bags of coins and everything in their app that will all be within there.
Nice. What does the charity support aspect of this look like, and why is this important to include?
Beverly, that's you.
That's
And it's
me.
super important.
It is very super important because part of what we do is we give back. And let me pull that up because I love to, here we go. Give me a sec, guys. It's taking a minute to load up. Oops. There we go. Put me up here. All right. So How Hungry Ministries is a ministry that was born out of myself being homeless. I was homeless. I lived in my SUV for about 9 months. I understand what it is to be hungry. I understand what it is to actually have homeless people feed me and go to different food pantries and just really learn about that side. And the Lord took me through that season so that I could be here. Really, I built this while I was homeless and displaced. I did have a place while it was my SUV, but I was displaced. And so this is How Hungry Are You Ministries. It's a place where your tummy is fed as well as your soul. And so here is where we partnered with ushunger.org. And we have a charity set up where we will contact the different churches that are part of the different locations, which I'll show you in just a second. We'll go here and then we'll go to this section here. So right now, we have our pilots that are going here in Virginia, Texas, and in California. And again, ushunger.gov is an organization where they have these food boxes. They've got the fresh and they've got the dry pantry. One box can feed a family of 4 for about 2.5, 3 weeks. And rather than it just being shipped right to the actual door, we have them shipped to the churches. The churches get a hold of their community that are in need, and the community now has to go to the church to pick up the food. And what a perfect opportunity for the church to pray over each and every one of these families, blessing them and really spreading the gospel. At the end of the day, it's encouraging salvation, because that's really, really, really at the core value of what this is, within this ministry. It does no good if you're, got a hungry tummy, if you're, going to hell. So it's about kind of what we do here. So How Hungry Are You Ministries was born from that. You can check this out. This is not the only thing on this site. We have a lot of really, really neat things on the site that I built. And you can come here and play with these different tiles. Of course, your normal histories, but I'm going to go into here where you can get free food, right? We have a prayer wall. Christian daily news is here. Nonprofit funding is here. Let me go back. Nonprofit funding that doesn't cost the nonprofit anything to participate or the patrons to participate. It's quite unique. We have information for any movies that you want to go see, Christian clothes, Christian festivals, Christian concerts, any YouTube media that I'm going to be launching actually a martyr podcast. From the Voice of the Martyrs, we'll be doing podcasts about that, and you can come here to listen to it. That's launching this week. And yeah, this is very, very important to me. You can see a lot of things down here. I don't go down here often, but I think I'm going to go here just so that you guys know this is me. This is from me. I listen to the despondent, to those that have lost hope, their belief tainted, the faking of an image that is involved to survive in society, invisible to others. It's a visceral, unhinging grip of pain that only the hungry can relate. I personally know what it's like to go hungry, to be so broke and so hungry you literally have nothing to eat but paper. I remember it well, and no one knew. I was too embarrassed. A lot of us live that way. And so our job is now to go out there and help as many people as we can. So within here, lots of fun buttons, lots of cool things to check out. And that is one of the aspects that we're going to be donating our funds to monthly to help get this going.
That is awesome, Beverly. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, just before you say the next point, Mark, you were about to say, um, if you look throughout crypto, and I don't even know anymore how many coins there are in crypto. There's so many coins that come out on a daily basis, you can't even count with all this garbage that's out there. Pretty much every meme coin out there is garbage. But that was not my point I was trying to make. Out of everything out there, there is nothing that I've ever seen in 8 years of doing this full time. This is all I do, like this. Nothing. There's no Christian projects that give back and brag about it or even show you that they're giving back. There might be one. I don't know. I've never seen it. So
Right.
That right out of the gate makes us so darn different. It's scary because we're appealing to millions and tens of millions of people in America, hundreds and hundreds of millions, billions of people that love Jesus Christ and believe in helping other people. So this is a big deal. a very big deal that differs us from everything else out there. Plus the university, that's a no-brainer. No one's ever done anything like that. And we need something like that. If you truly care about people and you love people like we do, and all of our community is filled with so many good people. We have
Mhm.
almost 2,000 people in our community right now. If you truly care about other people, you should care about educating them and properly answering their questions when they get into crypto, because crypto is a dog eat dog place and it will destroy you. If they throw you in the deep end, you get attacked by the piranhas and the sharks. And we're trying to do something that will be here in 30, 40, 50 years, and it will be a legacy that can go to grandchildren and great grandchildren by doing something the right way. There's no reason you can't become a multimillionaire or a billionaire in the right place at the right time if you get positioned and you have a good heart and you care about people. That's up to
Right.
you what you do with that.
That's right.
Amen.
You know, uh, in the world of business, I love your focus on fairness, because fairness doesn't seem to be a thing that you see very often. But what does a fair launch mean to you, and why is it important to you to avoid the whales and the venture capital money?
A fair launch is everything to us because you don't see it in crypto. There's just nothing that exists in crypto with a fair launch. A fair launch, a true fair launch means there's no money at all in the project before it's launched and goes live on the markets. That means that Beverly did not buy a single token for herself. I did not buy a single token for myself. No one bought anything until we launched. We refused millions and millions and millions of dollars from people. I had groups coming to me, talking to me on X and on YouTube, and well, they get me through YouTube and then they would private message me,
Right,
or
right.
or they'd hit me on X. And they were coming to me with huge groups of hundreds and thousands of people with tens of millions of dollars saying, "We want to invest. We love your project." And I said, "No, you cannot do it. We're doing a fair launch, and here is why. We want a fair place to where someone like Mark can come in. He's never done crypto before. I'm just saying this. Maybe Mark's done crypto for 10 years. I'm just making this up. But Mark's a new guy. He's coming in. He wants to, let's say, put $1,000, 5,000, 10,000 into crypto. He's looked at the project. He's super excited. He's been on a couple Zooms. He's ready to put some money in, and he's able to do that because it's a fair launch at the launch time. He doesn't have to worry about some VC or some group of whales that got all their money in before the launch. Here's what that looks like in the real world. You're looking at a project like me, I could call myself a professional trader, but I don't call that. I don't call myself that because I'm not paid for what I do. So I'm not a professional trader, but I do this full time and I have for 8 years. So I might as well be a pro trader because that's all I do. So I could look at a project, and I've done this. So this has happened to me just like everybody else. And I could look at the entry price of the coin being 10 cents. And I say, great, that I'm getting in right at the start, right when it launches, like in the first minute, I'm there at 3:30 in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, up to try to buy some of these coins. I dumped 10 grand into this project. I get 100,000 coins because, 10 cents into 10 grand gives you 100,000 coins. Now I think, hey, I got in right at the start. I got in at 10 cents. That's awesome. Well, let's say about 3 or 4 days, you get a bunch of green God candles going straight up. All of a sudden, the project hits 30 cents. All of a sudden, you see a red candle
That
go
goes
straight.
boom, and you're like,
Yeah, and then you
no.
scream and everything because what happened is that the whales and the VC money, that all the money that was in there before you had a chance to get in. I'm using you as an example, Mark. Let's say you put in your 10 grand and you didn't know any better. You bought in at 10 cents. All of a sudden, the coin goes to 2 cents.
Yeah,
And you're like, what happened?
what
And then the
happened?
project dies and it never comes back. The reason that happens is that venture capitalists and all of those people that do that have one goal in mind: to make quick money. That's their job. And so when they hit a target, let's say their target is 30 cents. They want to get let's say they bought in at 2 cents and their target is 20 cents. So they want a 10x. When it hits 20 cents, which is a 10x for them, that's only a 2x for you. You're still sitting there watching it grow thinking this is going good. All of a sudden they dump all their bags on you. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden it goes to like 2 cents. They
Okay.
got all their money out of it and you got nothing but a bad headache and another reason to not like crypto. We're
Right.
fixing that problem. We're going to educate people with the Wienerverse University on how to properly look at coins, how to properly research tokenomics. We'll have guests like Brian Jung or Joshua Jake of Discover Crypto or Altcoin Daily, the biggest guys in the world. These are guys that work with the White House and Congress. I talk to them on X, literally. I mean, you can ask Beverly; she sees my
Yeah.
conversations. I mean, this is what we're working on because we want to fix the problems that are there in crypto against people that like Mark or anyone else that's a new person coming in just trying to make a good living or a good income from investing into a good project. We're going to be here in 20, 30 years. They won't. That's the bottom line.
Right. Great
Trevor,
answer.
how does the Royal Weens community contribute to the growth and the future of the project?
Bev, you want to take that one?
I mean, the whole purpose of a community in a meme coin, just like was what Trevor said, right? You've got your meme tokens and you've got your blue coins, right? Your stable coins, your coins that are up there that have their own blockchains, kind of driven by their own utilities. Meme coins are known to be driven by community. So it's a community project. I can make a meme coin. How Hungry Ministries. This is my meme coin right there. There's my meme coin. Now everybody wants to support my meme coin. Let's support my meme coin, right? It's like
Yeah.
its own mini nonprofit in its own sense is what a community-driven meme coin is. And it's a token. It's not a coin. A coin, it becomes a coin when it has your own blockchain, when it has its own system supporting it. Other than that, it stays as a token. So if you don't have a community backing you for anything, whether I
You have
want a
nothing.
sport widget or a lip gloss, and I don't have people that are backing me on this, it's not going to go anywhere. So the importance is it's almost it's just standard. It's not, it's just the sun rises and the sun sets. Got to have a community or it won't matter. But what you do with the community is what matters. Nurturing the community, educating the community, having them involved, giving them a listening ear, having them ask questions without shutting them down, making them all feel special in certain ways when we come through, involving them in games. Trevor and I have future plans, for our core people when they hit certain marks, or, to have little, shindigs in the future, right? Little gatherings and just really reward them that way, bring them in, fly them in, and those fun things that really are lacking within a team support. But your community is everything. And if you don't take care of your community, it's the same thing. If you don't take care of your customers are going to go somewhere else. You're going to go eat at another place. And then you're going to be the only restaurant that don't got any customers. You didn't take care of your customers. So customers, community, same.
Yeah. Yeah, community is everything. I mean, I listen to I'm a big political guy too. I won't get into politics right now, but I am. And I follow a guy I really enjoy, Tim Pool. And he always tells the truth, and that's why I like him so much. Anyways, Tim always says community is everything. And that's his slogan. He's like, if you don't go out and touch the grass and know your neighbors and build community in anything you do, you'll when you get older, you'll just have nothing. You'll be lonely, you'll have no friends, you'll have no networks, you'll have nothing because community is everything. But to do a good community, like Beverly said, you got to do it right. You got to really care about everyone and set up everything thinking about them first. Beverly and I never once said, what should we do to make ourselves rich? Never once did that come out of her mouth. Ever. Never once. All we thought about every single time we looked at a thing that we had to decide on or to try to implement or to talk to experts on their advice is how do we do it to benefit the community? How do we benefit the community in a way that no one else has ever done? Because Shiba Inu doesn't benefit their community. They don't fly people into Bora Bora for vacations. We're going to do stuff like that. We're going to do recognition award things where we fly everyone into a neat place or get people places, lodging and everything because we care about people and we want to do it right. And we want to be here in 20, 30 years.
Right.
Great.
Right.
Beverly, from a marketing perspective, how are you building excitement and trust around this project?
That's a loaded question.
Let's see if Beverly gets in trouble. Has to be,
I know, like,
has to be on a
Beverly,
timeout.
right? If you can time me out. So you know, you have your standards. There's a standard roadmap for most meme token launches, right? You've got to be sure you have your foundation, and from there you need to be sure you have all of your deck screeners and ads, and you need to have your socials, and you need to have your raters, and you need to have your moderators, and it's a fine dance of tools, service, and volunteers that all cohesively come together. We have regular meetings, we have regular education spots, we have KOLs, and we've got callers that are out there, and these are people that are influencers. Is kind of the alpha callers are kind of the same thing as the influencers. It's just a whole different language in crypto than it is, you know, in the outside world. So you have those that you form partnerships with. And, you know, some you pay, some you don't. You have AMAs, Ask Me Anythings. Those are podcasts that are on X. We have Zooms that we're having here for the US side of it, Canada, right? I mean, and again, it's a fine tune. You get going, you realize, you know what? Not that much is going on this platform. This platform's rocking it. Everyone go to this platform. And that's with any marketing. Test and you try, you see what works. You're constantly educating yourself, constantly reading every article you can get a hold of to find out what's working and what's not. And then you execute that with a plan.
And by the way,
Yeah, go ahead.
a KOL, for those that are watching this and aren't familiar with crypto, I always like to try to define words that we use that people don't know. A KOL, it can be called an influencer, someone out there influencing people, but its actual definition is a key online leader.
Key online leader.
Yeah. Online, yeah. That's what it says. It's a parallel to an influencer. But yeah, thanks about that, Trevor.
Like a YouTuber. It's just so people know what the heck it means, because people ask like all the time.
Well, this is all great stuff. Where do both of you see the Wienerverse in the next 12 to 24 months?
I personally think will be 12 to 24 months. We'll probably be maybe a third of the way to our subscription goals, I believe. I think we'll be maybe 1 million to 3 million subscribers monthly on our app by that point. I think we'll have all 7 coins out, possibly the blockchain as well. And if that's the case, we could easily be in the multi-billion-dollar market cap range easily with all 7 coins out. And then, of course, once the 7th coin comes out with its own blockchain, the first 6 migrate onto the blockchain of the 7th one, and all of their market caps are added together to come up with the market cap of the 7th coin. So let's say each one of them were at $2 million market cap, $2 billion market cap each coin. Well, 6 times 2 is 12. That means the 7th coin will automatically have a $12 billion market cap on day one. Right as soon as it launches, without any money even coming into it. So that launch will be it will be a god candle like you've never seen. It will go
Awesome.
to the moon, and that we've seen that kind of stuff in crypto many times before.
Awesome. Beverly?
You know, I always see that
Where do you see this next 12 to 24 months?
Her mind is melting.
my mind is melting. You know, it's not really say where I see it as far as facts and numbers and stages, and that's where Trevor comes in with all that. I'm really grounded, and I'm grounded a lot in my faith, and so I always say that 12 to 24 months from now we'll be that much more experienced, that much more educated. We will have a humbling like no other. We will have pitfalls, and we will expect to have those pitfalls. We will have blessings that we don't have now because, it's an adage. Whenever you follow the Lord's principles, that you will receive his blessings for you. But sometimes you don't receive those blessings, and it's not because he doesn't have them for you, but it's because you're not ready for the back end of the blessing. The back end of the blessing is just as important as the front end of the back of the blessing. And when you have that much responsibility, if you're not able to handle it, and it's going to crush his son or his precious son or precious daughter, he's not going to allow it to happen. You're just not ready for it. So I'm on, because on the marketing side, I'm going to be stronger, wiser, greater, and I'm going to be those things because I'm going to have a lot of pitfalls. I'm going to be humbled more. I'm going to have snazus. I'm going to tear my hair out. I'm going to cry. I'm going to kneel before the Lord and pray a lot.
I already did all that.
Right, Taurus.
I'm just ready. I'm just ready for the money now.
Right. It's like, no, let's just bypass all that. So I'm looking at it as a massive growth, getting there, a roadmap of growth, wisdom, lots and lots of wisdom. That's like the church theme for this past month, actually, has been wisdom. I pray for wisdom every day. I pray for wisdom a lot. I'm like, Lord, give me wisdom.
I tell you, you've shared some really great stuff here. I'd like to kind of wrap this up. Finally, for someone that's hearing about the Wienerverse for the very first time, what's the one thing you want them to walk away with what they hear here?
I would say do your own research. I always say that. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose because it's crypto, and any investment of anything, whether it's the S&P 500, NASDAQ, Wall Street, real estate, whatever it is, I believe in diversification, diversifying your assets and never putting all your money in one place and being smart about when you invest in everything. But I do say that I think we're in front of, and I believe we're in front of something that's going to be a multi-billion-dollar project. And I do believe that we will flip Dogecoin. I believe this project's been anointed of Jesus Christ, and I'm super excited to see what he brings us in the future. It might be a little slow moving right now, but we just launched our first coin, our first token right now. And I think that's great. And so I'm just really excited about where it's going to take us. But I think it's going to be explosive. I think anybody that doesn't get in and doesn't buy, some big bags of it, that's up to them, though. People have to make their own decisions. There's going to be a lot of regret because I do think we will knock Doge out of the number 8 spot, and I think we will hit 50 billion in year 3. There's no reason why we shouldn't. Our numbers are concrete, they're solid, they're analytical, they're perfect all the way to the 36th month. So I mean, I don't think there's any reason we can't hit those numbers.
It's amazing to me that the Dogecoin right now is at about 32 billion, and the whole industry is 64 billion. And with what you have here, any one of these coins is better, has more features, more functionality, more revenue generating power features than any of the other 64 billion. So I think when you're talking about reaching many, many billions of dollars coming up, I think you're right on, Trevor. Hey, I really appreciate having this opportunity to hear from the 2 controlling officers of the company, Trevor Walsh, Beverly Gonzalez. Thank you so much for your time and sharing these great things with us. I want to thank everyone who is on this call. I wish you a great evening, and let's move on. Have a great fun with the Wienerverse. Thank you very much.
Guys. See ya.
Everybody, thank you so much. So much fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
can we have a question and answer?
Absolutely.
Hit us afterwards.
Okay, when is the next call you guys are doing it?
Monday. Monday and Fridays, right?
Monday and Friday.
Monday and Friday?
Yeah, Monday and Fridays
Okay.
at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just want to say, Beverly, you did a great presentation. I love your presentation. I enjoyed it very much. I invited Dr. Steve, and I know Vernon Charles as well. So you have a good guys here.
Yes.
And actually, I'm very attractive over here by you guys. And I see a lot of future. And we can be filthy rich here with the right promotion.
Yep.
And so I believe very much. And I'm super excited.
That's awesome.
What about you, Dr. Steve? How you feel about it?
Who was it that was speaking?
Dr. Steve, I invited him.
And no, who are you? And thank you, Dr.
Oh,
Steve.
my name is Judith, and I was invited by David Dendron.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you, Judith. Wonderful. Thank you for
Thank you, Beverly.
I appreciate that.
Just have one comment. This is Charles.
Charles.
There's been a lot of millionaires created with just one coin. Think about this. This is not just one coin. This is 7 coins.
Yeah.
And the 7th one will have our own blockchain, and all of these meme coins will become utility coins. Folks, this, I believe, is one of the biggest opportunities of my lifetime since 1975 when we started my own. Well, I've bought a pharmacy and had it 23 years, et cetera, et cetera. I believe this is possibly, potentially, one of the biggest opportunities of all of our lifetime. And that's my 2 cents worth.
Thank you.
And I totally agree with you, Mr. Charles, because I feel the same way. I used to buy penny stock and sell and made a lot of money, but then I lost a lot and I walked away. So here with the coins, I believe this is the future. And with the right people and with the right influencer, it can be very successful.
Extremely successful. Well, the Lord's going to be the one that determines who's going to be, pushing this and not pushing this. He's the only one that opens the doors and closes the doors.
Amen.
So it's we just give all glory to him and humble and pray, and it's his project,
Amen.
That's right. So just something that we again, as I said, we're gonna be humbled, all of us, as we go through here, because all of the glory goes to him. And that's how that works.
All of the glory.
Nothing
Amen.
wrong with that. Okay, guys, we'll see you on Monday.
Thank you much, guys.
See ya. God
Have a
bless you guys.
beautiful
Have a good
weekend.
Have a
weekend.
great one.
Thank you, Trey.